wanted to show you guys a little something I like to call the Wall of the MassaCreature. It's something you don't see very often. Since I am moving in less than 2 weeks, I will have to take this entire wall down. Technically I have 2 walls, but the other wall I'm thinking of is just a really small wall. Small wall. But it's a small wall, and it has a couple things that I just don't have room for. So let's look at the shit on the small wall first. There's only 2 things. First off, we have this poster. This poster is from a show I went to back in 2009. Too Pure to Die. Fucking awesome band. They didn't even play that show, unfortunately. Actually, 3 of the bands on this poster didn't even play. The other bands are Oceano, Catalepsy, and Thick as Blood. Catalepsy and Thick as Blood did not play. It was just Oceano and a couple of other local bands. Oceano signed the bottom of this fucking poster. This is a signed edition of Revolver magazine, Dragon Force. I met them and got all their signatures. A lot of metalheads don't really like Dragon Force, but they've been my favorite band since 2006. I just have a really diverse music taste, and if people don't like them, that's fine, but if people think I'm a fag for it, they can fuck off and die. Alright, those are just the 2 things on my small wall. It's right under my dad's painting of Alfred Lord Tennyson. And the exploration of the main wall begins. This is a poster for a show that I did not go to. We Came as Romans, Falling in Reverse, Sleeping with Sirens, Attila, and For All I Am. This was the Take a Picture, It Will Last Longer tour. The show was in Richmond. Yeah, if there's ever a show in Richmond, I most likely can't go to it because I have no transportation. And of course, that's my fault. This poster is signed, however, by the singer for Betraying the Martyrs. I saw Born of Osiris on the Discovery Tour of 2011, and Betraying the Martyrs was opening up for them. And after the show, I saw the singer for Betraying the Martyrs walking around the venue, and I happened to have this poster just kind of chilling in my hand. And of course, when I see a fucking musician of a band that I fucking love, I'm gonna get him to sign something that I have in my hand, regardless of what it is. The Crush 'Em All Tour 2011. After the Burial, Veil and Maya, Misery Signals, and Within the Ruins. Fantastic fucking show. I've seen Veil and Maya 5 times, and I've seen After the Burial 6 times. I've also seen Within the Ruins 3 times. I got the singer for Within the Ruins to sign my Punisher shirt. I don't have that on my wall, but it's in my room somewhere. We also got this poster here, the All-Stars Tour 2011. Phenomenal fucking show. I got to see Sleeping with Sirens, For All They're Sleeping, Motionless in White, The Ghost Inside, In This Moment, Blessed to Fall, and Alisana, as well as Attila, Chelsea Grin, After the Burial, For Today, I Wrestled a Bear Once, Born of Osiris, and Emir. And I got Chelsea fucking Grin to sign this motherfucking poster. I feel so blessed with their greatness. Signed Bullet for My Valentine poster. That's right, the MassaCreature met Bullet for My Valentine. I saw them at Taste of Chaos 2008, opening up for Revenge Sevenfold, and I saw them at Mayhem Festival 2009. Here we got a ticket envelope signed by the singer for Attila. Got that at All Stars. Random dubstep promotional card. My ticket for All Stars signed by the singer for Today. Great honor to meet that guy. He does a lot of preaching for Christianity at his shows, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I still respect him. Let's look at the other promotional cards, shall we? I'll just list all the bands that I see on each card. After the Burial, As I Lay Dying, Whence the Plague, Carnifex, War of Ages, Upon a Burning Body, Stick to Your Guns, and Periphery. Conducting for the Grave, Suicide Silence, Orsis, All Shall Perish, Born of Cyrus, The Faceless, and Veil and Maya. Cataclysm, All Shall Perish, Conducting from the Grave, Norma Jean, August Burns Red, and I the Breather. Born of Osiris, I the Breather, Veil and Maya, After the Burial, and Conducting for the Grave. Parkway Drive, Set Your Goals, The Ghost Inside, and The Warriors. Suicide Silence, Bury Your Dead, Prodigium, Our Days Are Numbered, Fierce Allegiance, and Debbie Does Dallas. That's a random broken Resident Evil 4 GameCube game. I don't know why it's on my wall. Parkway Drive, Stick to Your Guns, My Children, My Bride, and Advent. Earth Crisis, Walls of Jericho, Sworn Enemy, Abacab, For the Fallen Dreams, Reign Supreme, Thick as Blood, Stray from the Path, and Suffocate. Vital Remains, Misery Index, Strong Intention, Fierce Allegiance, and some illegible band names. Despised Icon, Beneath the Massacre, Carnifex, Neuraxis, Plasma Rifle, Fierce Allegiance, Shinakama, and Poveglia. Skylit Drive, Dance Gavin Dance, Attack Attack, Lower Definition, In Fear and Faith, Girls Get All the Action, Escape Takes Lead, and This Time Never. Promotional card for All Stars. I already showed you the bands on that shit. Lana, Lions, My Ransom Soul, She-Wolf, Kid Liberty, We Are Defiance, When day breaks, the prophet of lies, and from the eyes of Poseidon. Amon Amarth, Goat Whore, Skeleton Witch, and Lazarus AD. An obscure signal, motherfucker. Exhumed, Goat Whore, Cephalic Carnage, and Havoc. A bunch of fucking shirts. Born of Osiris, Veil of Maya, Chronofex, Structures, Betraying the Martyrs, An Obscure Signal, and Hydra Kill. Quite possibly the best fucking show I've ever been to. A card for this show, just like this is a promotional card for this show. We got August Burns Red for Today, Silverstein for the Fallen Dreams, Texas in July, Unbroken Wings, Let Live, Like Moths to Flames, Delusions, An Obscure Signal, Attack Attack, Icy Star, Stick to Your Guns, Memphis May Fire, Close Your Eyes, Our Last Night, I the Breather, Make Me Famous, For All I Am, Dr. Acula, and 2 other band names that I cannot read. Those were my promotional cards. This was the tag on my trench coat. Living Dead Souls, that's the brand. No, it's not a fucking trip. This shit came from Europe. I know because the price was in British pound. This came with one of my old hymn necklaces. A good friend of mine is in possession of it right now. Angels and Airwaves button. Fuck yeah. This was the tag on my Punisher shirt. And this was the cover of the instruction manual that came with my Punisher PS2 game. Napkin from my very first show. Technically my first show was when I was like 1. This napkin is from my very first show that I wanted to go to. This right here is the very first t-shirt that I bought at a show. It's like torn in half, so I kinda had to hang it up like that. The very first show that I went to willingly was the No Fear Tour of 2007. Killswitch Engage was headlining, and Dragon Force was opening up for them. I also got to see Chimera. It went from Chimera to Dragon Force to Killswitch. Motionless in White poster, signed by Chris Motionless himself. Chris Motionless is my fucking hero. Some people are against the idea of hero worship, but you know what? Fuck those people. I like having people that I can look up to. Bag of fucking guitar picks. Most of these are Bloodcore guitar picks. Dollar bill signed by the singer for Suffocation. A Psych guitar pick. They are a show management group, and they are also an anti-tobacco activist group. Psych is one of the groups that helps manage most of the shows I go to. Ticket stuff for a show when Bloodcore opened up for Power Glove and Orsis. Signed by Dan, the guitarist for Bloodcore. The ticket stub for Abacab's last show. I'll always miss Abacab. Sumerian Records Summer Sampler. It's not Sonic the Hedgehog, it's Sumerian the Hype Hog. Poster of Born of Osiris' album A Higher Place. Still my favorite album by them. It's a completely fucking underrated album. Pair of white pants signed by the singer for Periphery and one of his friends. Periphery fucking rules. Got some drum heads right here, given to me by Dan, the guitarist for Bloodcore. To the Real Rock and Rolla BM, signed by DL, which stands for Dan Lee. You should already know what BM stands for. It's got the signatures of the rest of the band as well. Some of those guys aren't even in the band anymore. It's got a pentagram on it and several of the names of Bloodcore songs. Ticket stub signed by Devin Townsend. Met him at a Chilled in the Bodom show. This is a poster of the very first show I went to at Jack's willingly. And I say willingly because I've been going to Jack's since I was 1 year old. And it's also a show where I saw 3 of my friends' bands at once. When Day Breaks, Bloodcore, and Prodigium. I didn't even know anyone from Bloodcore before that show. It was because of that show that I actually became friends with the band. See Pure to Die and We Were Gentlemen were headlining. You can't really see it from this view, but up there is a signed cover of I Empire. I Empire is an Angels and Airwaves album. That's right, I got signatures from Angels and Airwaves. Angels and Airwaves? You've heard of Blink-182, right? Angels and Airwaves is the band that Tom DeLonge formed after he left Blink-182. Tom DeLonge is the guitarist for Blink-182. That's right, I have an autograph from the guitarist for Blink-182. This is a shirt signed by the entire band Periphery. That speaks for itself. I can't even fathom how fucking lucky I am. Are you ready to see my biggest poster? Signed Ultra Beatdown poster. Ultra Beatdown is an album by my favorite band, Dragon fucking Force. I have 2 things autographed by the band Dragon Force. Ready to see a full view? The Wall of the MassaCreature. That is a bright fucking monitor. Small wall. Inspiration. That's what I get when I look at this wall. I hope my band has its own poster someday. What an honor it would be to have a poster of my band hanging up on some stranger's wall. What an honor it would be to be able to give someone else inspiration. I know what it's like to get inspiration. I experience it every day. So if I was successful in giving someone else inspiration, I just can't even fathom the gratitude I would have for that. Music definitely is my life. That's why my fucking heart has a beat. And even if I had 1,000 reasons to commit suicide, I would just need one reason to keep on living. And that reason is music. Listening to it and creating it. I wouldn't be who I am without it. Well, this wall is going to be a bitch to take down, but it'll be up on another wall once I move. I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Much motherfucking wicked clown love to all the lows and lets. Much clown love. I am the Dark Lord MassaCreature. Stick to your guns and light your own path. When you get some time, check out my band. We're called The Sonogram. I have several videos of our music up on my channel. Feel free to like our Facebook page. There's a link to it in the description. We really appreciate the support. Biohazard for fucking life.
I made a video some time ago in which I argued that not only is there no evidence for God's existence, but that the very idea of the Judeo-Christian God is self-contradictory and incoherent and therefore impossible. Essentially, my argument was that since God is timeless, as William Lane Craig puts it, that is, he can exist independent of time, then God is a self-contradictory concept because existence itself denotes temporality.
We as a society, we as a species, our technology, our mentality especially, is still in its infancy. And therefore, there's so much shit that we just can't know. So many unverifiable hypotheses we can literally just pull out of our ass. And do you maintain to being agnostic about all those things? No.